Welcome, my friends, to the podcast that only ends like an hour and a half deep. This podcast is brought to you by Choke Aloha. Visit chokealoha.com. Get 20% off when you use the promo code Jiu-Jitsu Radio. They actually just released a new collab. Go check them out. Save 20%. Get you some Choke Aloha gear. Always roll with Choke Aloha. Respect everyone, especially your training partners, unless their name is Shawn.
Don't you really better fucking respect that, dude.
Not really.
Yeah, you motherfuckers better.
You know,
that's a lot of swearing right there.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a little gratuitous.
We're literally 35 seconds deep.
It's a little gratuitous.
Okay,
all right.
So mark that one down. When you're done with that, go ahead and check out Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co. Go to jujitsusoapco.com. Get 10% off when you use the promo code JJRadio. However, for this one time, I say don't save the 10%. Shawn, you know why?
Why? Because
they have a limited edition bar of soap called Save the Tatas. For Breast Cancer Awareness Month, $1 for every bar that you buy from, I guess that Save the Tatas bar, goes to breast cancer research, breast cancer awareness. So,
well, here's the thing. I'm a big fan of Tatas.
I'm a big fan of Tatas too. But, you know, even if you're not a big fan of the Tatas, you should respect the Tatas. And as long as I don't get in trouble for saying so, because I don't need to go the Brett Kavanaugh route, I think you should go save the Tatas. So go support Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co. Okay, Shawn?
Yeah, of course.
Then go check out our homies over at GiraffeChoke.com. Shout out to GiraffeChoke.com because my homie owner had his birthday the other day, so go to Giraffe Choke on Instagram and give him a shout out, say happy birthday, make it as embarrassing as possible, tag him in like really weird, gross, embarrassing
Cumpleaños feliz.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Because
Cumpleaños feliz. Okay.
Yeah, he made the mistake of telling me that he's not a birthday kind of guy, so that's the last thing you ever want to do is tell me what you're not a fan of, because I will prank you with that kind of stuff. So shout out, happy birthday to them. And go ahead and use the promo code JJRadio at Giraffe Choke. Get 20% off your order of $50 or more. And in the meantime, why don't you also go and check out my page, mycosmicjourney.com. Check out Sonder Marketing. Go pick up some of my photos, some of my artwork that I put together that Shawn thinks is funny to make fun of, but I'm okay with it because I don't respect his opinion anyway. Mycosmicjourney.com. Sonder Marketing on Instagram. Follow Shawn at GorillaBoyBJJ because we found out who stole your Instagram name that you wanted.
I did not want that Instagram name. I'm very happy with Gorilla Boy.
Okay, so go ahead and follow Shawn, and in the meantime, we're gonna get this party started.
You can't
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff.
Get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
Things what?
Names.
Names of what?
Businesses.
Of what? It's a little early to be looking for businesses of ladies of the night, Shawn.
No, it's never too early.
Okay, well, in the meantime, do you have your drink?
I do have my drink.
Because I got my
it's
drink.
Ice. So
are you going to be chewing ice on the microphone?
Goddamn right I'm going to be chewing ice on the microphone.
Annoying. But anyway, cheers to your ice. I got my Red Bull today. None of that Bang Energy and all that other stuff.
Bang! I don't believe in that shit.
No, I mean
God made coffee for a reason.
Yeah, but it's also, you know, I don't need to be showing my ass for an energy drink. I'm good. Appreciate it. It's a family show. Not too much crazy jiu-jitsu news to start off the week.
Not crazy
news. We have some cool stuff we'll get into in a minute. What's been going on with you there, buddy?
Well, been preparing my my little team, my little band of war band of gorillas for the Miami Open that's coming up this weekend.
I'm photographing one of your gorillas. I'll let her know you called her that.
She'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
She's the one that came up with the Gorilla Boy logo. Well, she didn't come up with it. She's the one that created it.
She came up with it.
No, I came up with it. She created it.
Do you want to actually give her credit?
So of course, she did it. She did all the work. I just told her what I wanted.
Do you want to give her company name so we can actually give her a little?
I don't actually know her company name.
Wow, what a dick move.
I don't work for her.
Oh man,
I don't work with her.
Okay.
I just teach her jiu-jitsu. And I know her first and last name.
You might. So you spent the last 20 minutes texting. You could at least take the next 2 seconds to look it up and give them a shout.
No, you know it. You just say it.
I never purchased products from her, so
I never purchased products from her either.
Wow, we're dicks. You more than me, but
I don't think I'm a dick.
You look like one. Shit. Anyway, so you got how many people you have competing?
We have 3: Lee, Colin, and Erica.
What weight class is Colin going into?
I think the 205. So
that's gonna be fun to see. He's got to be careful with his knee, though.
Go ahead and just tell everybody what's wrong with him.
No, because there's not a single jiu-jitsu person.
Why don't you go ahead and just tell everybody that he's injured? You hear that, Colin?
Yeah, go for it. Everybody that walks into that fucking room is injured. So I think we're all right here.
Yeah, so everybody's looking good. Lee's looking good. Erica's looking good.
Are you gonna actually show up this time to coach, or are we gonna bring that up? Because
again, you need to blame Andrew Strange for that. Yes,
and we all know whose fault that is.
Yeah, Andrew Strange.
Not really. Yeah, you guys got that. Excel has a good couple of people going out there to compete, so that should be good. It's going to be a long fucking weekend of jiu-jitsu, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not going Friday night down to the Fight to Win.
So Friday night is Fight to Win.
Yeah.
And then Saturday all day is the Miami Open, and I'm going to both because I got to photograph both. I'm photographing.
Stay down there?
I was thinking about it, but
just hook up with one of your random grinder dudes. You got a place.
I mean, it's like a little want, and then
take a shot in the mouth if it gets me a place to stay for the night, right?
Hey. 5 minutes of hard work will save you 2 hours of driving.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say it's hard work.
All right. Well, you never know. I mean, I put in effort, bro. No, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about snagging up a hotel, but there's nothing really worth the price. I mean, they're charging $200 for a hotel. It's actually cheaper to get an Airbnb, so I might book an Airbnb.
Airbnb is the shit.
Right, but there's a hotel/Airbnb called, I think it was like Nouveau Suites or something like that. Or something like that. It's fucking dope. You got to check out this building. It almost looks, it's very Art Deco-ish mixed with Men in Black spaceship. So, and it's an all-white building, and it's got a huge pool.
Why would you stay at a racist place?
Why? Men in Black?
No, you said it's an all-white building.
It's it's not all white people building.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand what
paint.
you were saying. I mean,
well, there's only one skinhead in this room right now, and it ain't me.
I might be a skinhead.
Yeah,
because I shave my head. But I'm not a skinhead.
Bald head. You're a Rastafarian's worst nightmare.
I'm actually. I would say I relate more to a Rastafarian, minus the pot smoking, than a working class skinhead.
No, I don't know about all that. I mean, the only thing you guys got in common is the not believing in showers kind of thing. But
no. The music,
soap.
The
they
music,
shower, just no soap.
The music, I believe, that whatever grows
you
out of the ground.
You don't even know. You're just so full
sacred.
of shit right now.
Whatever grows out of the ground is sacred.
Yeah. So who's the deity for Rastafarianism?
Jah.
You see, you don't even know.
It's Jah.
All right.
And it's the Prince.
Selassie. Yeah.
Prince
of Ethiopia. Yeah, way to go.
Yeah,
way
of Ethiopia, but I don't remember his name.
Exactly.
I didn't say I was a Rastafari.
Okay, well,
I just said I had
if you're
more
gonna
in
compare
common.
yourself to him.
I didn't. I said I have more in common with a Rastafari.
That's very racist of you as a white man to say you compare yourself.
I didn't say I compare. I said I have more in common with.
I think you need to do some more research.
You need to check your. You need to check your fucking privilege.
How's my privilege? You're the one comparing yourself to him.
You're the mixed race person in the room, and you're trying to make.
So now you're gonna call me mixed race.
You're the one trying to make me feel bad.
You just called me mixed race.
You are mixed race. That is a fact.
But that's a very racist way of saying it.
No, it's not. What would you rather be?
Because you just threw it. You're the mixed race one in here.
Yeah, and you're the one being very bigoted towards me, and I'm feeling like I need a safe space
anyway
to go to because I might cry.
Well, you should cry. You are a little bitch. Anyway, I'm looking for a spot down there so it'll be easier to travel because I'm not trying to do hours of driving late at night and then back and forth the next day.
So back to the mixed race thing, real quick.
Why
you just? I have to go. I gotta go.
You don't want to make sure that anyone
No.
calls you that.
No. I don't. What are they gonna call me out for? Calling a fact a fact?
Okay.
If someone's made up of one or more multiple races, they are a mixed race person.
Okay. Or not a multiple.
I just read a story on the internet, the interwebs, that people are angry at The Rock.
For what?
Because he casts himself as John Henry.
The Black John Henry?
Black John Henry from, the steel drive.
I don't think people know that story anymore.
Well, honestly. I don't know, but here's the thing. He is a black man. His father is black.
His father is Samoan.
No, his father is
Hawaiian.
black. No, his father is black. His name is Rocky Johnson. His mother is Samoan.
Was it his
Her
dad
name
or
is
was
Ata.
his granddad that was the
His
wrestler?
granddad was Peter Maivia. I've actually had dinner with Rocky Johnson and Ata Johnson. They're both lovely people. Rocky Johnson's a character. Ata was a very lovely person. We ate at a Waffle House because that's what wrestlers do.
You ate at a Waffle House?
We all ate at yes. The Rock's mom, The Rock's dad, me, and a few other wrestlers were eating at the Waffle House.
Okay, so continue with this fucking story. We get it.
So he's playing John Henry, and people are angry that he's playing John Henry because he's not black enough. Does that seem fair?
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
I understand where they're.
I think,
but where do you draw? How are you anything enough?
Well, I mean, people have been pulling that one now, like more and more the last couple of years. Like they're
getting angry at things that they don't need to be.
No, I mean, I don't disagree with some of them, but like there is a overdoing it. I mean, acting is acting. Like you can't tell me John Wayne was who did he play? Supposed to play like
Genghis Khan.
Yeah, like okay, that's kind of like
that's crazy.
That's really
or David
it.
Carradine playing Kane in Kung Fu.
Yeah, instead of Bruce Lee.
Yeah. So there's. I mean, look, I understand that. I understand somebody that has no tie to a ethnicity playing a different ethnicity. I could see that. I could see people's outrage at that. I cannot see people's outrage at somebody like The Rock, who is, of mixed race, is, it's not like he's not a black man. It's like
that's kind of hard. So I mean, again, not that it's for me to really be able to put my opinion on that. Like, but I guess they're saying like he's not black enough for.
How jacked up is that? So they're being bigoted towards him.
Well, it's happening to a lot more people. Who else? Like, what else does that happen to? I'm trying to think. I think there was like plays where they like. There was like a person supposed to be like Asian, but they got like somebody else that was like Spanish or something. Like there's like a tons of roles that people are getting argued are kind of ripped into for that.
But who's played the best? Who has played the best race, even though they weren't that race? I already have the winner.
Who?
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh. No, that's different.
Tropic Thunder.
But that's purposefully done.
I understand that. Right. He was an actor.
How about unintentionally?
Unintentionally?
Yeah.
That's a hard one because there's
a lot of movies where that's happening.
There's a lot of you know what? There's a scene in Bruce Lee Dragon, the Bruce Lee story with
yeah, I forget that guy's name.
Yeah. It's not Jason Lee.
Not Jason Lee. It's the same guy that was in the Jungle Book.
But
I'll look it up while you chit chat.
There's a scene in that really, really sucks. It's a scene where he goes on a date with
Linda,
and they go to the movies and they're watching Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I can't remember the actor's name. Old school actor. Been around for a long time. He was playing a Chinese...
Jason Scott Lee.
It was Jason Lee, yeah. But he was playing a Chinese neighbor, and it was done stereotypically.
Oh, that's the old... Mr. Wu or something.
Yeah, but no, but it was but it's Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney played the upstairs Chinese neighbor, and it was done so stereotypically. And I remember the scene that Jason Scott Lee playing Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
That
he got super mad about it.
Well, he didn't get mad. He just felt very uncomfortable, and I can understand stuff like that. Like, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
But if someone is of that race, who cares? Like,
I'm sure that there's like black
look,
actors that could probably like do it like even better than The Rock.
Right. I understand that, but he is a person
like
of color.
I would get what's his face from Terry Crews. I would get Terry Crews to do that. That'd be a great role for Terry Crews.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe
you need to you got to check out this I want to say it was like GQ interview or like Men's Health whatever interview of Terry Crews where he talks about like they go movie to movie and like he just gives like little stories about like something that happened to him or like a behind the scenes thing for every one of those movies.
I like him as his number one role for me is President Camacho.
I still haven't watched that. Yeah, I remember.
You've never seen Idiocracy?
No, we talked about that. Remember we talked about that like 2 episodes ago.
Idiocracy. Oh,
I still gotta watch that.
That is.
You know what I watched the other day for the first time ever, and it was the biggest load of bullshit garbage.
What's that?
Legend. Tom Cruise.
Oh, you are a piece of shit for saying that. Legend is an incredible movie.
It is such a garbage fucking movie.
No, that movie is awesome. The creatures in that movie are awesome. That witch that comes out of the swamp is fucking
that was
rad.
great. That's super creepy.
Darkness.
Yeah.
The Tim Curry demon character.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's supposed to be the devil.
No, he's darkness.
He's dark.
He's the son. He's
the son
of the devil.
Right.
But he's not the devil.
Yeah, because I was wondering, you know what's funny is that I was working while it was playing, so I was like kind of half-ass watching it.
Yeah.
And I noticed that the goblin at the very beginning had a certain voice, and then when I started paying attention again, I heard the voice again, but it was playing like a good character instead of an evil character. I'm like,
well, I think they did have characters play different.
No.
The goblin, his name was Blix.
Right. So the person.
Or are you talking about the one in the helmet?
No. Let me fucking finish.
Okay.
The one that played the evil goblin
Blix.
was not the same person that played Blix.
Evil Goblin is Blix.
The other one, the little fucking fawn thing, the good guy, the one that shot the arrow.
Brown Tom?
Yeah, whatever the hell that fucking... Anyway, the whole idea is the one that played the goblin isn't the same voice. They overdubbed it. And I was like reading up everything on IMDb,
okay.
so like, was it James Cameron did it?
Was it James Cameron?
No, it was Jake, the other guy. Who's the other guy that did those movies back then?
I don't know.
Anyway.
But I love Legend. But again, I saw Legend in the 80s.
Back when that was like...
Back when you were...
Cutting edge technology.
And it was great. And I love the story of it. I love the mythology of that movie. The fact that you don't like it.
Ridley Scott. Yeah, Ridley Scott dropped the ball on that.
No, I think he fucking...
Well, no, he actually was super pissed, so they cut the movie.
They cut the movie. And there's 2 different soundtracks.
Right, so there's
one's
also
done
the
by
voice.
Tangerine Dream.
Yeah.
And the other one's done by a guy, a regular composer. I can't remember what his name. I like the Tangerine Dream version.
Anyway, the movie's absolute garbage.
No,
Tim Curry saved that fucking movie.
You are garbage if you
that
think that movie's
such
garbage.
And the only saving
sucks.
grace out of the whole thing is from what I read. Supposedly, it was the inspiration for the Legend of Zelda games.
Yeah. You know what was really cool? I thought was an incredible actor in that was the kid that played the pixie, the one that his buddy. He was a young kid and he came off as a wise.
Yeah.
It was interesting. That kid was a pretty good actor. I don't know if that kid ever did anything else, but
the best part of the whole movie is the guy with the helmet. Like, and they throw him in with the pit with like death. He's like, "Adios, amigos."
Adios.
It's like, where the fuck did that come from?
Higher, burning fire.
No, that was
music
stuff.
like a choir.
That movie was such garbage.
That movie was awesome.
I'm so glad
it was such good visuals.
For the time,
the visuals were incredible.
Back when people thought
they were artistic. Like there's the scene where darkness comes out of the mirror.
Yeah.
And then she's like laying down and the wind is blowing his it's just a cool...
That part was actually, it's good filmography.
Something like that.
Cinematography. But No, don't fucking watch that movie if you never watch it.
No, watch that movie.
Don't
listen to this jerk off.
Stick to the cliff notes on that one.
This guy's got a top ponytail. Don't listen to him.
Don't hate on the man bun, bro.
It's not a man bun.
Anyway, so
You're jealous of
I'm not jealous of anyone because you know why? Because I got some awesome news today, and I got some photos published in Sports Illustrated. Golf clap for me.
That is incredible. It's cool. It's
super crazy.
It's a major fucking publication.
Yeah.
Sports Illustrated. Name a bigger magazine. Playboy.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. No, it's cool. So
Playboy took the titties out of Playboy, and that's a problem.
And well, I mean, once the internet came up, he dropped the ball. He should have kept going with the internet, but he didn't believe in the internet. That's what fucked him up. Anyway, yeah, I got a message today from one of my friends over at Karate Combat, and he's like, check this out, and it was my photo on top of the article in Sports Illustrated. So it was really, really fucking cool, man. So it's one of those things that just when you might be like feeling down and like fuck, like I've been like grinding so long, like trying to figure out my next couple of steps, and then like you get that, it's like that sparks the fire back up. It's like, okay, that's why I fucking do it. I can keep going. So it was really cool to see. So check it out. Go support Karate Combat. Follow me. You guys can check it out. I tag them all the time on the photos I post on my Instagram. But it was kind of cool. It's cool to see. So now I got to figure out what's next and what other cool stuff we can photograph.
What's next is Fight to Win.
I got Fight to Win, which is going to be pretty cool. We covered a few of the matches last week. Carlos wanted to come and join us this week to cover the matches some more, but we couldn't pull it off. And then the next day is Miami Open, which that's going to be fucking a long fucking day.
Yeah, hopefully my guys get done quick.
Yeah, well, they are all
And
in the beginning. Yeah, you're all in the beginning. I hope it doesn't happen like last fucking time where the AC busted right when the doors opened.
Yeah, that was shit.
Yeah. But if you guys check out alldaybjj.com, it's a jiu-jitsu blog, and they have some of my photos.
We'll give that away.
You never know.
The fact that it says all day BJJ.
If it was missing a J, it would be a whole different circus.
It would be something I would subscribe to.
Yeah. So that's cool. It's cool to see a couple of my photos. I still got to post a couple of the selects from Karate Combat so you guys can check them out. But I've been working, man. I got a lot of stuff planned before the end of the year, so we'll see what happens next. You didn't watch Quintet.
No, I did not.
Why the fuck would you not?
I forgot what I was doing Friday. I can't remember what it was, but I wasn't.
Were you traveling?
No. There was something going on.
They kind of messed up on the one thing that I don't like about Fight Pass is they do fuck up on the time slots once in a while. So it said like, it starts at 6, but they don't tell you that it's 6 p.m. West Coast. So I'm like waiting, and it actually really didn't start until
9 p.m.
Like 9, 10 o'clock here, East Coast time. But it was actually pretty worth it, man. There were some fucking crazy matches.
I love the format of Quintet.
It's a great setup.
It's a great setup. But I like the idea of it too, and the fact that if you go to a draw, you get disqualified as well. That's awesome. It makes you go for the fucking finish.
But here's the thing, like the only downside is because of the weight discrepancies, you get into some matches where it just becomes boring as hell. Like Sakuraba against Uriah Faber was the opening one. I think it was like, I'm pretty sure that was the opening match. And it was Sakuraba against Uriah Faber, and it was fucking paint dry boring. There was maybe like 1 or 2 seconds of like
but think about the last Quintet when was it Richie
Martinez
was it Rich? I can't remember if it was Richie or no, it was Gio.
Yeah,
it was Gio went against that fucking 6'5" judo guy from Japan who was trying to rip his arm off with a Kimura.
Yeah. No, this one was crazy, man, because
so that was a huge size discrepancy.
Well, even Gordon Ryan against Josh Barnett, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Gordon, let me look up just to double check.
That was one
Gordon Ryan against Josh Barnett was an amazing fucking match because It was like 3 matches, super quick. And he got Josh in a triangle, which that's the last thing you kind of would expect. Like, I would think maybe like a back take, but the fact that you got a big-ass guy like Josh Barnett caught in something like that is pretty surprising.
Well, here's the thing. Like, as a big guy, I'm about to give away a secret.
Right.
Okay. It's normally not safe. Normally. I'm not saying all the time.
Right.
It's normally not safe to take a big guy's back. Because normally big guys don't really have much of a neck to choke.
You got a neck crank more.
You get neck crank or jaw crank more, but it's not the the guaranteed
go to
or not it's not the guaranteed submission that it is on somebody with less meat around their fucking shoulders and cranium. So it makes sense not to go for a back take on someone like Josh Barnett or myself, somebody.
Leg locks would be good.
Leg locks would be good, and the triangle works, especially if you have long legs like Gordon Ryan.
So that's like, I was going to be my next question. Like, what do you think is really the highest percentage move to go to someone like your size?
Well,
to get someone your size?
Somebody my size is going to be, what am I most susceptible to?
So, like, just to give people more an idea of what we're talking about, think of Goldberg without the muscle. Like, Goldberg really letting himself go. That's, like, your body type.
I wouldn't say really letting himself go. I'd say,
if Goldberg wasn't trying.
No, he was, like, training, but, like, his diet went to shit.
Like, no traps, just shoulders and a head.
And a head. So what people are going to get on me mostly is obviously his legs,
right?
Because legs are one of the hardest things to defend. The second thing that I've gotten has been gi. Are we talking gi or no gi?
Either or.
Gi. I've been susceptible.
I would say bow and arrows would probably be better.
Bow and arrow would be better, but I haven't been caught in a bow and arrow in a long time.
I got photo proof of that.
What's funny is like only 3 of us know what was going on in that picture. And I'm not going to reveal it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reveal it. Let people think what they want from that photo, which which we'll get to in a minute too, because why I posted that.
Yeah.
But I am susceptible, like the smaller joints, the arm bars, I'm more susceptible to. The ankle locks, I'm more susceptible to. The head, the neck stuff.
That's the thing. Like for me, I love going for like the triangles, but I learned that for big guys, there's no point unless I know it's really, really in, because you don't have that gap really between the shoulder or like at least it would be the shoulder and the neck, the bottom of the ear, because it's harder to get that grip there. It's easier for you guys to just shoulder shrug out of it. And
proof to that is I've only been triangled by 6 people in 11 years.
Yeah.
6. It was 5, and then Steve fucking Montgomery got me in a fucking triangle, that fucker.
Shout out to Steve, who doesn't love us anymore.
Yeah, I remember when Steve loved us.
But anyway, we go back to Gordon Ryan defeats Josh Barnett, goes to Marco Souza, gets Marco Souza in a rear naked choke, then goes against Roberto Satoshi, gets him. So it was just one right after the other. Gordon Ryan was just flying through everyone that first round. So it's like, okay, well, we know who the unicorn on this one is, right? Then goes to Team Polaris versus 10th Planet, and which was really sad to see because I was really rooting for Shaolin. He lost at the very beginning to PJ Bark. Gregor Gracie defeats PJ. Then Gregor Gracie defeated Amir Alam. Then Gregor loses to Gio. Marcin defeats Gio. Then
that was a fast...
Richie beats Marcin, and this was all in like a matter of what, like 5 minutes?
Yeah, Marcin got Gio fast in that knee bar.
Fast. Super fast. And I tell people, man, I think Marcin is like a sleeper on everyone. I don't think people realize yet. because of what happened with Wagner. And I've seen Marcin, and like I don't think he gets enough credit because if you look at his like highlights, he's got legit leg game.
Well, Steve trains with him a
or
lot.
Used to. I don't think he trains with him anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
Because Marcin is back in Europe, I thought.
He might be. I don't know.
Right.
But while he was here, while Steve was healthy before his knee injury, they were training a lot.
Yeah.
And he said, because of the work that the Satan's Reapers, which is
yours,
our guys, Satan's Reapers, reap knees for Satan. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. We made a lot of headway in a really short amount of time. And he said he was able to hang with Marcin on the leg game. Just because we don't just, when we go over our shit, we don't just go over entries, we go over defenses as well. So, but Steve was training with him a lot, and he said, they were catching each other.
Yeah.
But,
no, Marcin has, if you want to see a sleeper leg game guy, Marcin Held is the guy to go to.
Yep.
If you find a couple of his fights and stuff like that, he's got a crazy jiu-jitsu game and fast. It's fast and it's just there's no reservation about like, oh, it's your arm. I just want to make sure I get it. No, he's like, fuck it. So definitely look at some of his games. Now, Marcin then loses to Richie, and then Richie goes up against Craig Jones, and he got one of the craziest footlocks I've seen. Evidently, it's called the Kyotera footlock.
Yeah. Which is funny because I was talking to Alex Paulson.
Yeah.
And Alex trains over with Manny for no-gi.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, what's funny is Manny showed us that leg lock months ago. He goes, and it was weird to me, so I didn't really train it. He goes, now that I've seen it work in a live roll, I'm gonna.
No, it's crazy because it's a mixture calf slicer with a footlock, but it's not in a position.
It's on immediately.
Yeah, it's not in a position you would normally think, because any other way to look at it, it almost looks like the person on top is at a disadvantage on that one because of the way you're positioned. It's actually the person on top is.
Well, it's a De La Riva. It's a De La Riva ankle lock. You have the De La Riva.
But no, he wasn't. He didn't have any good hooks. He was on top, so he had his arm under the calf.
No, he was on the bottom.
He was on the top.
No,
go back and look.
No. Craig Jones went into it from the bottom. He had De La Riva.
I'm gonna show you. Right, but I'm saying that the way that he finished it was on the top.
Well, because the dude fell down.
Yeah.
But he went into it from the bottom. And he went into it from
the bottom. No, that's what I'm saying.
From the De La Riva.
But you still finish it on the top.
You can finish it on the bottom because I worked it this week.
Yeah, well, Richie's reaction to it, you can tell it is not of any happiness because that one definitely hurt. That was not a fun position to be in. One of the craziest things out of the whole night, Nicky Ryan. Which, by the way, I did predict because the other guy was a little bit older. It was just kind of like.
Do you know what that reminded me of? Have you ever seen one of Nate Diaz's early fights in the gym?
Yeah.
When he was like.
It was like bare knuckle.
Yeah, but it was slaps. It wasn't punches. I think it was just slaps.
Yeah.
And it was the same. It's kind of it's like that same. That same thing, you grow up in jiu-jitsu,
you're gonna get it.
You're gonna get it. It's gonna be what you do. And
so what I posted that night, and if you guys follow us on Jiu-Jitsu Radio on Instagram, I was commentating while the fights were going on. I think that a dream matchup for Nicky Ryan would be Mikey Musumeci.
Different weight classes.
They could make it. He easily could make it. Nicky Ryan could easily make it, and Mikey could easily make it like a halfway, like a catch weight for sure.
Mikey fights at 135 or 125.
135.
And Nicky Ryan's at.
He can do 135.
You think?
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
Let me look it up right now.
He's a big kid, man. He's a big kid for a 16-year-old kid. Or
Yeah, but for him, it's easier to cut weight. Let me see. Nicky Ryan weight class.
I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting, but Mikey, Mikey is a gi guy. I truly believe no gi grappling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is in the gi, are two different sports. Sure, a lot, I would say there's 90% crossover.
Right.
But I truly believe that they're two different sports. That I think I think Nicky Ryan might. Well, I'm not saying this would happen, but I'm just, hypothetically speaking, the difference would be like if they went into each other's worlds.
Yeah.
They might decimate the other guy.
I think Mikey would do pretty solid in no-gi. Like I don't think that there's really going to be an issue. I honestly think that would be an amazing matchup. To be quite honest, you don't tell me you wouldn't want to see that.
Oh, of course, I'd want to see it.
Okay, I was about to say. You know what I was going to tell you? For the first time ever yesterday,
I saw your penis.
That too. No, I got a flu shot.
Why?
I figured
that's how they get you. That's how a big brother puts their fucking
chip in there.
They're chipping you. Their little
I figure,
nanobots are working their way through your body.
Well, because I got sick a month or so ago, and I just I was lucky enough that it didn't hit hard, but I don't want to catch it hard, really, really hard, just to fucking be done for a week kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I figured, all right, let me give it a shot. Fuck it. The worst that happens, I get a little bit of a sniffle. I was worried about getting sick for the tournaments and stuff this week, but I'm like, I think I can hold it off. What the fuck was that? Did you hear that?
Yes, I did hear that.
The fuck was that?
I don't know.
Something just blew up.
Something popped.
I'm going to pause this real quick so we can check it out. Okay.
And we're back.
There was something that popped. We had no fucking clue what that was. Anyway, weirdest conversation I had with this nurse chick as she's giving me the shot. So I'm telling her I never got the shot. And I'm like, I'm just worried about whatever, getting sick and this, that, and the other. And then she's like, are you afraid of needles? I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck about the needles. I mean, I did have one really bad scarring thing that makes me weirded out about needles.
Did they put a needle in your dick?
No, worse.
In your gooch?
No.
They didn't put.
No, close. I got really sick when in middle school. I had a really bad flu, so they're giving me a penicillin shot or something. So you get two options: either get stabbed in the leg, right in the quad, or get it on your butt cheek.
Well, that's fine.
Right. That's what I said. I was like, oh, I can take one in the ass all day. So I'm like, no, fine, no problem. I'll take a shot in my butt, no problem. So take down my pants, bend over the fucking bed they have there. I turn around right at the moment she's in full fucking shining stabbing mode. I just see this woman with a huge fucking gauge needle just reaching back, stab the shit out of my butt cheek, and just give me that shot. It hurt so fucking bad. I was riding home, all the way home, my mom was driving me. I'm on my side because I couldn't sit on that butt cheek. That's how much it hurt. So from then on, I was like, screw it. Going in the quad. The quad I can deal with. No big deal. This is the story I tell her. She's like, oh yeah, I had that same issue. Mind you, she's got a needle. She's about to stick me with the flu shot. It's like, yeah, that's the same thing that happened to me when I got mono in high school. Cagoose. It stabs me. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You can't just tell me you got mono and then you're putting something in me. Freaked me the fuck out. There's no bedside manner here. You don't tell, oh, by the way, I have AIDS. Here, have a shot. Click. Yeah.
Well, it's not like they're putting their
How
mono
do you know?
in you.
How do you know?
I
It doesn't matter. You're still...
Here's what I know. I don't believe in flu shots. I haven't been on antibiotics in almost 20 years.
See, but I have a shitty immune system. That's why I was like, I figured I'll give it a shot. I'm going to get sick anyway, so if I do get sick, at least it's on my terms.
Well, here's my theory. The reason people get shitty immune systems is because they get on antibiotics and they get flu shots and shit like that. The reason I don't get sick that often, I believe, is because I don't use that stuff to get over sickness. I let it run through my body the way it's supposed to run. Like, I'll take Tylenol as a fever breaker or shit like that. But I won't take, antibiotics or all that shit. Yeah. And it allows my body to create the antibodies that I think keep me pretty healthy.
I don't disagree with you at all. For me though, it's more genetic than anything else, and like other stuff from like when I was a kid. It's just proven. I had a brother that passed away before I was born, and he was like in the hospital all the time. Even when I was a kid, I was in the hospital all the time. And they like blamed all sorts of stuff, saying I was gonna have a shitty immune system. And sure enough, so like I'm not a germaphobe by any means. I mean, it's tough to do this stuff and be a germaphobe, but I have to be like super careful on, like, I don't share drinks with anybody anymore. Like, I won't even share a drink with my mom. Be like, nope, I don't care. If you took a sip, I'll dump it. But you still can't tell someone, oh, by the way, I had mono. Click.
Well, no, so. I think it was a bit by George Carlin, and he talked about, when we were kids, we used to swim in the Hudson River. Mm-hmm. He goes, he says you have to give your immune system a workout. Yeah. When I was a kid, as a fucking goof, what I would do is to freak people out. This is gonna gross people out.
Eat ass.
No, what I would do is if there was gum under a table, I would put it in my mouth and start chewing it.
Fuck! I almost threw up in my mouth. Why would you do that?
Because it was a fucking goof, and people were like,
who knows what weird like disease you have right now?
I have no disease. I am healthy as a fucking horse. My blood work is super clean. I wouldn't do it now because I'm an adult and I understand that sometimes the laugh isn't worth the,
Oh, dude, I can't. I'm really like cringing right now.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Verona, Italy?
Yeah.
Did you ever go to where they called it the Juliet?
The Romeo and Juliet stairs?
It was the balcony.
Yeah, yeah.
As you walk into that little, whatever it is, that little alcove or whatever it is, there is a wall covered.
Oh yeah.
And fucking gum.
Chewing gum, yeah. Well, there's a couple of places.
The entire wall is covered. It's like crazy covered in gum.
I've never seen
anything like that.
Yeah, there's a couple of places in the world where they do stuff like that.
But that's one of them. Yeah. And they stick little notes, like little love notes, to the gum because it's Romeo and Juliet. I was like, I walked in there. I'm like, look at all and look, I get it. It's like it's a thing. Yeah. And coming from a guy that used to take that bubble gum and chew it. Yeah. When I saw that, it kind of skeeved me out.
I think there's a video of someone like licking it, like just licking the wall. For sure there is. I want to be like 100% positive that someone did that.
So let me ask you a question. 5-second rule?
For chewing gum?
No, for anything.
Depends on what it is.
If it's really good, you're gonna
pizza. You want to hear my gross story?
Why not?
I went out clubbing with like two friends of mine. This is like years ago down on the Fort
Lauderdale. We be clubbing?
Yeah. We went to, this was 2009, 2010, something like that, at Off the Hookah down on Riverfront in Fort Lauderdale. So right next to it, there used to be a pizza place. And we were like drinking hard that whole night. We were just fucking gone. From like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we were drinking. So now it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We're like, fuck, let's get some food. So order a giant pizza. And we had 2 tables side to side. So I opened up the top and I put 1 slice of pizza on the cardboard on the top because I was just too lazy. My buddy, to make space on the table, bumps the cardboard box so the lid comes off the side. My pizza slice falls down. I was so drunk and just like crazy. I was like, no! 5-second rule. This slice of pizza landed face down and I was like screaming. I had no like fucking inside voice. It was like, grab it, and I just start eating it. I look and there's everyone in there just getting ready to throw up because I was just eating pizza right off some dirt.
I would have done that same shit.
No, of course you're going to when you're super drunk.
I would have done that shit sober.
Oh, it's so.
I'd have been like, hey, 5-second rule.
I can't. But other than that, I can't really think. Like maybe French fries. I don't know if I would even do that now.
I'll eat anything off the floor if I just dropped it. Depending, like I'm not gonna drop it in the bathroom and eat it. I'm not gonna, But if I'm like in the kitchen and something drops,
if it's your place, I think it's kind of less gross. But if it's like at a friend's house, like, oh, that's staying there.
I might do it at a friend's house. I won't do it in public, like where there's a lot of feet.
Yeah.
A lot of feet.
I can't think of like anything now that's really worth it to me to go for it. Like I'm trying to think. Maybe if it was like one of those like Ferrero Rocher like chocolates or something.
Nah, fuck that.
Ice cream maybe, like an ice cream
Chicken
bar.
nugget.
Nah, fuck it. It's not even real food anyway.
Depends from where you get that chicken nugget.
That Chick-fil-A chicken nugget.
That Chick-fil-A chicken nugget is real fucking
popcorn chicken. Yeah, I don't think I would be able to do that, but I don't know. We'll see if I get sick. That was kind of like really I said, fuck it, let's test it out if I'm going to get sick. Because some people are like, oh, no, you don't get sick. It's inactive. And other people are like, oh, every time if I get a flu shot, I get sick. So there's times like in the last 24, 48 hours where I'll feel like a little drowsy. But I'm fine so far, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. So the story of the week.
Conor and Khabib.
So it pretty much went the way that we said it.
Yeah.
If it didn't get finished in the first round, it was going to be Khabib.
Yeah.
But it was the post-fight excitement that really, if you're in jiu-jitsu, kind of caught your eye a little more. Because Khabib showed why they call him the Eagle, came flying out and drop kick Dylan Dennis.
That's awesome and terrible at the same time.
I think it's fucking amazing. It's great.
It's not.
Why?
Well, now he's facing all kinds of shit.
Nothing's gonna fucking happen to him.
He could get. There's all kinds like charges. If Dylan Dennis wanted to press charges, he could.
Can't.
Why?
Because there's you.
He can.
He couldn't
absolutely.
But there's like
he could absolutely press
well,
charges.
there's audio of everything that he was saying.
He
was talking shit to Khabib the whole time, and he was calling him a terrorist rat the entire fight. That's what set Khabib off. So he was saying the whole time while they were fighting, he's like, you fucking terrorist rat, blah, blah, blah. And then he kept on mouthing off, and that's what set off Khabib. And finally, he just had enough, and he jumped over the fence.
Well, regardless, if you're that weak-minded, which Khabib should not be
for
weak-minded.
Sure. It doesn't excuse it.
Doesn't excuse it.
But in the words of Mills Lane, I'll allow it.
So, that brings us to the picture I posted this week of our friend Andrew
tapping you out,
choking me in a picture by Sonder Marketing.
It's your boy.
Reason I posted that is because I kept reading how everybody said that Conor was a pussy for tapping, and they also.
You read that. I read something totally different, but not related to tapping. But continue.
Right. But they said how Conor was a total pussy was a pussy for tapping. I've read it all over.
Yes.
Now, and when I posted that, you're either A, looking for attention, or B, you've never trained a day in your life.
For sure.
Because I don't care who you are, you're getting tapped out. If you're training as hard as if you're training the way you should be training, you should be getting fucking tapped out all the time. All the time. Because if you're training the way you're supposed to be training,
you're going to get caught.
You're adding new shit to your game, and it's going to leave you open. And you should be left open.
Yeah.
So to say that someone's a pussy for tapping out pisses me off. It pisses me off because and it pisses me off to the point where I felt like I needed to say something.
Or you couldn't bite your lip anymore.
I couldn't bite my lip anymore because it's not true. Tapping is a smart thing to do. Now, he didn't have an actual choke on him either.
Yeah.
He was looking at a broken mandible.
For sure.
Or dislocated jaw.
He still
or whatever.
could have been asphyxiated because he couldn't breathe.
His nose wasn't covered. His nose wasn't covered.
But you can't. Your nose isn't fast enough to catch up to the breathing that you need at that heart rate.
But I'll tap all day to a fucking crossface.
For sure, like I would fucking hold out longer for an actual
choke.
set and rear naked choke, instead of a jaw thing.
And the thing is Conor lasted pretty long.
Yeah.
With that face crank on.
Yeah.
Like he didn't just tap immediately.
I think he was waiting to see if he was gonna get I have to double check it, but people were saying he kind of fake tapped to try and get out of it. Like you see him reach for it. I think he was waiting to see how to get out of it. But everything that happened was the best thing that could possibly happen to him monetarily.
Who, to Conor?
To Conor.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best thing. That's why after he tapped, like, yeah, you could tell he's like, fuck, he got me. Like, yeah, all right, you got me. But you can tell he was smiling the second he saw Khabib jump over. He was all smiles because he knows that means there's a part 2.
That part 2
that's going to be fucking
is going to be
amazing.
huge. And that the question is, because Conor lost to Nate Diaz, went back, made adjustments.
I don't think he can make enough adjustments.
You don't think he can make...
He sprawled at the very beginning, and I was really surprised. And he did stuff one or two of the takedowns.
He actually stuffed a few takedowns.
Right. So here's the thing.
And he won the third, and he won the third round.
Dylan Dennis is not who he should be working with.
No.
If he was smart, he would have reached out to Ben Askren, and he would have said, Ben, you and me for the next year.
I agree.
It would be 10%
100%.
striking, and the rest of the week, twice a day, nothing but fucking wrestling. I guarantee you, if that would have been the game plan, he would have finished it in the first round, hands down. Especially with that sprawl, like then the sprawls he was doing. There was a couple of times where he got up off of the cage and stuff, where I was like, "Oh shit!"
Did you listen to the Rogan podcast?
The post fight with Kavanaugh?
Kavanaugh.
No, not yet.
Kavanaugh revealed their game plan. The game plan was for the first 2 rounds not to expend a lot of energy getting up.
Yeah, which he survived that ground and pound in the first one pretty well.
Yeah, and the second one.
Yeah,
so and what happened was in the third round, that was the round that Conor won, was that third round. So they had a smart game plan.
He just needed
he needed to let his hands go more.
Yeah,
he didn't really. And here's the thing. I also believe this. When he came out, Conor didn't have that eye of the tiger that I normally see Conor have.
No, I think that there was a very obvious, he knew that he was like, fuck, I know I'm going to get taken down. He knew it was going to get taken down. He knew it wasn't going to be a fight like the Eddie Alvarez fight.
Right.
But I 100%, after seeing that fight, I truthfully believe that if he has the right coaching and he makes the proper adjustment, not doing what he just did, where he literally just said he should have spent the last 2 years dedicated to nothing but wrestling. Nothing but wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
I think he did well for what he did.
100%.
But it wasn't good enough because he didn't get the
win.
win.
For the fact that he got up and he did all that stuff, to me it shows okay, that shows you do have the potential to really get out of it. Because the third round, it looked like Khabib didn't have the gas tank to keep on hanging there. And Conor actually showed really good gas tank compared to all his other fights.
Yeah, for sure.
So for sure he's put in the work. I think if he really, really put in the effort with the proper, and mind you, I made it very clear I fucking hate Ben Askren, but I will respect him as an athlete. I don't think he's a good fighter, but he's an amazing wrestler and an amazing athlete.
How can you say he's not a good fighter? He's undefeated.
Do you want me to get into that? Because I will fucking get into that.
He is an undefeated fighter.
He's an undefeated fighter against nobody. There's one person that he had a win on that legitimately tested him, that it was a legitimate, okay, you beat somebody good. And that was Douglas Lima.
Yeah, but it's not his fault that Dana White wouldn't sign him.
Of course it's his fault.
Because he's not an exciting fighter.
He's not an exciting, he's beat nobodies. Shawn, all right.
That's not why he didn't sign him. It wasn't.
Well, he didn't really sign him because he didn't want a fucking wrestler to bore the shit out of people.
He didn't want another John Fitch.
But Ben Askren is still an overrated fighter. He's an amazing wrestler. I give him all the credit. He's an amazing wrestler. But as a fighter, he's overrated. And if you look at, and I broke this down on a podcast a long time ago. If you look at his record, every single person that he's beaten was on their third or fourth fight in 3 or 4 months. So, because it was the tournament based in 1FC. So imagine, okay, let's say I'm
but what about when he was at Bellator?
Same thing. Every single guy, he was fighting on people on a tournament base. So imagine I'm Ben Askren. You're fighting. You fought February, March, April. I get you in June. You've been cut every month. You've cut weight. Every month you've had full rounds. And you've been training. Yeah, and I've been coasting for the last 4 months, and I cut weight the last 2 weeks. Who's gonna be the better athlete?
It has nothing. Their gas tanks weren't.
What are you talking about?
It was his. They can't deal. Here's the thing. He's got the same thing Khabib has, which is incredible control.
But that's what I'm not disagreeing with that.
So
but he's
so
not.
How can you
the undefeated aspect of it is like it's just
he's not that much different.
He hasn't been truthfully challenged.
But he hasn't been.
Fighter.
He's not that much different from Khabib.
Oh no way! You kidding me? Khabib is way better at striking than Ben Askren.
Well, no, just because Ben chooses not to strike doesn't mean Khabib is better at it. It just means Ben goes for the takedown.
You think Ben Askren can truthfully beat the same quality of fighters that Khabib did?
I don't know.
Because I guarantee Ben Askren probably, well, I would say Barbosa now he could beat, but Barbosa back then, like, I don't think he could beat him.
Oh, yeah, he could.
No way.
If he got a hold of him, yes,
No
he
way.
could. At 170?
The only way you could have beat Barbosa is if he does what everybody else that's beat him, and that's just charge him. But no way. No fucking way. No way.
You're talking Edson Barbosa.
Yeah. Edson Barbosa, like, all you got to do is just charge him.
Yeah, but that's a different weight class. It's 155.
But Khabib beat him.
Yeah, 155.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm still saying if...
Or was it? No, it was 155.
If you put up Ben Askren against Khabib, it would be an exciting fight if you are into wrestling.
Well, I don't think it would be. That's the thing. I don't think it would be a wrestling match.
Of course it would be.
No.
It would be a grappling match for sure.
I don't know if that would be the case.
It would be like, who's going to get the first takedown?
Or it would be what happens when two guys of similar styles cancel each other out and they're forced to stand there and slug each other in the face.
No, it's going to end up being like Ngannou and Derek Lewis.
That could happen too. I will concede that Ben Askren is not an exciting fighter. And I think but he is an effective fighter. To say that he's overrated, I will not do because he's undefeated. He's undefeated because
it's not like a same quality of being undefeated as Mayweather.
Why? Mayweather
again.
Mayweather
let's do this.
Made a career of making boring fights and making people miss
because he was good.
Same thing. It's not.
But he still fought. Thing. Ben Askren. All right, look at it this way. Let's say it's a grappling match.
Okay.
All right, just straight jiu-jitsu. You have to fight 4 people. The 5th one is me, but I've had buys the whole time.
That's still been.
Right, but who do you think is going to have the advantage? You or me?
Me.
No. Without the ego, like in all honesty, who do you think is going to have the?
You mean if we were similar ranks?
Right.
Well, yeah, that's of course.
That's what I'm saying.
But you have months to recover.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You don't have months to recover. You fought February, March, April. Now you have a 4th fight, and in June, and it's me that I haven't done shit.
I don't think it was a monthly.
Yes, I looked it up. I literally looked it up. I did all the research. Every single fighter. I went down the row.
Hey, look, it's not his. It's regardless of what the time frame was. The guy was not touched. He's barely touched.
Half of them weren't to decision.
Who cares?
If you can't break a fighter down that's been fighting for 4 months in a row and cutting weight and getting the shit kicked out of him for 4 months in a row, and you still have to take him to decision, you're not that good in my book.
Well, but that's. I think you're wrong.
If you can't run through someone who's like completely worn down while you've been sitting,
but it's not his style to run through people.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's not what his style is. Again, I concede he's not an exciting fighter. He is a grinder. Khabib's a grinder too,
but he still can sit there and choke the shit out of people. Ben Askren has got like 2 submissions or something like that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't give him credit. I give him credit as being an amazing athlete. I don't think that undefeated tag carries the weight that it does for Khabib. I don't think it's the same quality of undefeated.
I don't know. That's you're comparing
apples to apples.
Apples to apples, but you're also comparing like crab apples to gala apples, and you're talking from the prime orchard.
Okay, what do you think is going to be a better tasting apple? A 4-month-old apple or a fresh apple?
We're not talking those apples. We're talking size apples. And we're talking against
undefeated apples.
Look, and we won't know because Dana did not give him a chance in the UFC. So
I think
that's where his.
I think
that's
there's
where
a
the
better
highest
opportunity
level.
is
That's where the
gonna
highest
come.
level of competition is.
No, I don't disagree with, but that's not true anymore because it is transferring over to other organizations.
Well,
more.
the pool is getting diluted, of course. Or
not diluted,
not
just
diluted,
spread out.
but spread out amongst other pools.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because I if anybody is into the free markets and is for capitalism, competition breeds excellence.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen now with the fact that he brought to light to so many people all the terrorist stuff, all the connections that Khabib has.
That is a little
which I've known about Ali for a long time. Because I personally watched Ali. I got to be careful how I say this. I have seen something that made a match questionable by Ali's touch to it, if you will.
Well, that
Personally seen it in front of my face, and I'm pretty sure I have it on video.
But what does that have to do with terrorism?
No, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
but I'm saying the fact that he's rigged a lot of
he's
stuff.
A little okay. That may be.
There's a 10-minute video.
I'm not going to speak on the terrorism stuff because I'm not versed on what they were saying. I'm not versed on the ties. I heard the one thing that Conor said about him getting caught coming into the United States with stolen passports or something like that. I don't know.
There's articles and stuff.
I don't know the validity of that. That's that could just be Conor.
No. It's 100% true, and I've heard it from different people. I'm trying to find the video. There's a video I found the other day. It's about 10 minutes long that goes in depth into explaining what Conor was talking about. But it's very well known, and it's actually kind of crazy because there's a lot of big name jiu-jitsu people that are connected to him. I've never met Ali directly. I've had him yell at me and threaten me to have me thrown out of the building. Not that I really listened to him. Yeah, I think something's gonna happen. There's got to be something that's gonna come about because Conor pointed that out. Because the other people that he mentioned are some serious criminals.
Well, you didn't hear anybody say that's not true.
Yeah,
that's one of the things. You didn't hear anybody say, "Oh, that's bullshit." Nobody said, So who knows? But at the end of the day, it was. I thought it was a quality pay-per-view. Pettis and Ferguson was incredible.
Don't even bother talking about that because we both know the real winner of that night. Are you serious right now?
I have no idea where you're
Derek
going.
Lewis.
Oh, Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis with the greatest post-fight speech of all time.
You know what that post-interview fight got him?
The fucking championship fight.
Which he said he didn't want.
Which he's not ready for.
He's not ready for. But what's awesome that he's getting. What I think this is this is him. This is the way the UFC is giving him a payday.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But it still sets. It gives him the validity of giving. Here's the way that it's set up. DC is gonna have to fight him at 205, right? Or no, at heavyweight. He's gonna fight at heavyweight, and it forces DC to either. Let's say he does lose to Derek, then Derek would technically have to fight John Jones.
No,
not John Jones.
Stipe.
No, Stipe's not gonna get that fight. He would be John Jones' warm-up fight, or which is now technically his Gustafsson.
That'd be at 205.
But it's Gustafsson.
Right, but what does that have to do with Derek Lewis? Derek Lewis is a heavyweight.
No, that's what I'm saying. At heavyweight, John Jones wants to fight at heavyweight. He doesn't want to do 205. He wants to fight DC at heavyweight. So that forces DC to stay at heavyweight. So if he stays at heavyweight, he has to relinquish the light heavyweight, which he doesn't want to do. But he doesn't want to fight John Jones at heavyweight. You see what I'm saying? So if he fights Derek, then DC has to stay at heavyweight. That means the next fight has to be John Jones.
I don't think John Jones should come in and get a title fight. I think that's bullshit.
What? Because you think it's bullshit doesn't mean that's not what's going to happen.
I know that, but I don't think that should be allowed. I don't think John Jones.
We all think that, but that's what 100% is going to happen.
And I don't even know why the UFC has fucking rankings because
Oh,
Nobody.
that's a joke.
It's a fucking joke, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And what sucks is these fighters that work their way up the rankings by winning. It doesn't matter if you fucking win. That's what sucks. That's what sucks about the UFC. And I'm saying that right now, Dana White.
No, stop. Like, people... Like,
I enjoy the fights that you're putting on, but don't say it's about rankings. Don't even have rankings.
No, stop.
If they don't count.
Stop. Because people have been... I've been getting pissed off with people about this for fucking weeks. And it's the dumbest fucking argument. They're like, well, you know, Pride Days were the best. Pride didn't give a fuck about rankings.
Right.
It was the two best fighters. Every single fight was supposed to be a super fight. Now all of a sudden you give a fuck about rankings. No, man. You just want to be, not you, just the people in general want to act like, oh, it's about the Bushido code. It's about the martial arts spirit.
I don't give a shit about that.
You don't give a fuck about that. Stop. You're mad because someone's talking shit and they're sitting there making money while your MMA career is broke as fuck and no one knows who the fuck you are. And you've been doing it for the last 10 years.
And I keep saying I'm going to have this speech with the XFN fighters. And because these guys do not provide much information on their sheets. So what they don't understand, what these amateurs don't understand, is the fact that they could be the best fighter in the fucking world, but if nobody cares about you,
no one's gonna.
It doesn't fucking matter who you are. You could be the best fighter on the planet, but if nobody cares to watch you fight, you're not going to go anywhere. So how do you get over? Well, what you do is you provide the announcers with information that they can sell you to the public. These guys don't give me shit. They give me a weight. They give me a ranking. I'm like, what does this tell me about you? You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, man, people don't fucking get it. And I even had that whole episode with, like, how to get sponsored and stuff like that. I get it. Most of these people have no clue about marketing. All right? They have no fucking clue. Don't tell me you want to be a famous fighter and you think you're going to sell out the place and people all come and watch the fight and you don't even understand how to unlock your fucking Instagram. You're going to have it unlocked like you're fucking hiding something from somebody. Like, how am I going to get interested if, let's see who this guy is. You think you're going to reveal secrets to your opponent? Nobody has any fucking secret training techniques. Like, it's not fucking 1955 kung fu schools. All right? Get the fuck over it. If you want attention, put yourself out there. All right, number one. But don't sit there and try to act like you want to be a professional fucking fighter and you come to fucking weigh-ins and to take your fucking photos and you don't even have fight shorts. Like, really, dude? What do you train with every day? You can't show up with, like, your training shorts. You're going to sit there and stand in your underwear like an idiot?
Or when you should come, if you're going to, even if you're an amateur, look, you set the tone as an amateur. You want to be business? Fucking show up as business. You want to do the weigh-in?
And here's the thing. You don't have to show up in a fucking suit and tie.
No. But you should look presentable.
You should show up ready to do work. That's
and you know people are going to take pictures of you. You should look somewhat like you care about what you're doing.
Here's the thing. Like, some people, like, you and I know this from being around so long. Nobody likes to work with a fucking bummer. Nobody likes to work with someone who's just negative, all right? So take it from someone who's been in the entertainment industry since I was fucking 15. When you come in to do an interview, I don't give a fuck if you had a shitty day. I don't give a fuck if your girlfriend, like, broke your car. Whatever the fuck it is, you're there to do work, and you're going to give yourself the best attitude. Every single person that's there, they're there to make you look good. So if you're going to come out like an asshole, they're going to make you look like shit. So don't get mad at them afterwards. So, for example, I'm not going to say any names, but I was helping out doing interviews for one of the, I want to say, it was a Titan FC card. And there was one fighter who just had the biggest fucking ego. He just thought he was he should be in the UFC already, and I don't know why the fuck I'm here, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're here because you want to get paid. You think you're fucking badass. Fucking show the world. You're not gonna get any recognition if you don't have 5 seconds of fucking video out there of you. So we're sitting there getting everything set up. Mind you, he fucked up and he left without doing his media responsibilities. So we had to call him back. He comes back, he's sitting down, and he starts getting attitude. He's like, "Come on, guys, let's fucking do this." Like, and obviously these other guys are like older. They're like, this is kind of like their first time really dealing with fighters, and obviously I've been doing this for a while, so they didn't know how to respond. They were kind of timid about it, and he kept going, and I could see that he was escalating. I was like, bro, chill the fuck out. I'm like, everybody's here to make you look good. They're gonna stay here way later than you are, all right? And their job is to make you look good. Now, if you look like shit and you look like an asshole, they'll make you look like an asshole. They don't give a fuck then. But if you sit there and you treat everybody with respect like they're treating you, they're going to go out of their way to make you look good. So either you chill out and you do this right and you be professional about it, or just get the fuck out. And then you're going to have to go talk to the boss about why you were being a dick to his staff. Nothing. Next thing you know, smiles like, okay, I'm sorry, yeah, you're right. And then you did the interview. Perfect. But don't come in like you're hot shit, man, because I've had that with people that I edited videos and like they trying to act tough and stuff. I'm like, I'll make you look like shit on this video.
Well, here's what people, you might think you're in the fight game.
You're not in the game.
You're not in the fight game. You think, look, you know who's in the fight game? Jiu-jitsu athletes. The guys, jiu-jitsu amateurs that do it for love, not for to make a living. If you want to make a living out of combat sports, you are in show business. You are not in the fight game. And you need to understand that that's what you're in.
See, like, I don't agree with that, like, 100%. Like, if you want to say you're in the fight game, here's the people that are in the fight game. It's the guys that take the kickboxing tournament on Friday. Next Friday, they have a fight. And then the Friday after that, they have another fight.
Right.
Like, it's one
That's
after
the fight game.
And you're not
That's
getting
the
paid
fight game.
shit.
But if you, that's the fight game.
Right.
If you're just fighting because you love it.
Oh, if you're like you want just because you want to call yourself a fighter and you can have a couple of Instagram photos, like
then,
no,
yeah,
you're
in
a
the
fighter.
fight. You're in the fight.
You're
game.
a step above the I love kickboxing people.
But
good for you.
But if you're looking to make combat sports your living, that's what you want to do. Not only do you have to be good at what you do, but you are in show business. You have to sell yourself. You have to hustle. You have to shake hands. You have to kiss babies. You gotta you
have to do the media responsibilities.
You gotta do the media responsibilities.
You have to make the posts. Like
right. It's not just I got to be the best fighter and I'm gonna make it to the UFC and become the champion. How many really good fighters are in the UFC that have never never sniffed a title fight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or how many fucking garbage fighters are in the UFC and they're higher up and getting paid more than you, but you know they suck. Why? Because they were probably all about the company and they went out of their way to be professional, make the phone calls, write the emails, post the photos, even though they might be, who knows, like.
Well, if you're in the UFC, you don't suck, but.
No, there's some shitty fighters, all right?
Yeah, but I would that's yes. But I wouldn't say they're shitty fighters. They're
CM Punk.
That's a totally different story.
Okay, but he's in.
Right, but you can't take a sideshow attraction and compare it to the rest of the fighters. I'm talking about the guys that have come up.
But look, it's not even that. It's how many guys that were amazing fighters that had no problem in getting booted. Fighters that were amazing that the brass had no problem saying, you know what, fuck you, you're out. There's a ton of those guys. And you see it all the time, and you see posts like, oh man, I can't believe they let him go. Why would they let him go? They just weren't playing ball. They weren't playing ball. And at the end of the day, it's fighting is to put asses in the seats. No one gives a fuck about your ranks. And I had this conversation with someone a long time ago. Everyone holds on to that undefeated thing so hard. Like, I want to be Mayweather. I want to be Khabib, 26-0. That does happen once in a while. But look at guys like Vitor, like Anderson Silva. Like, they got losses on their fucking rankings, man.
Yeah.
GSP's got losses. You're still going to end up being one of the all-time greats if you proved yourself to be a fighter. Eddie Alvarez lost to Conor. Doesn't matter. Eddie Alvarez is still a fucking amazing fighter that's going to go down in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
I mean, that's just the way that it fucking is.
There's a reason they call him the Underground King. That dude was a champion everywhere he's going.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, look at Anthony Pettis. He was the champion, fucking lost it all. But you're still going to go and watch him. So what? You got a couple of losses. That's the point. You go and you fight. You're willing to take the challenge. But don't sit there and you think you're going to be undefeated. Because if that's the case, you're already fucking lost.
Look,
not everybody is Khabib.
There's a reason why the last undefeated fighter was Rocky Marciano.
Not true. There was other guys.
What? I'm talking legit fighters.
Yeah, no, there's other guys.
That are 50-0?
Yeah.
No.
Man.
No. Rocky Marciano.
Right.
It goes what was Rocky Marciano and then Floyd. Floyd is now the undisputed king. But those people come by. Those people are a rarity. You're not going to be Floyd Mayweather. You're not going to be, Tito Ortiz or well, let's not even say Tito. Well, Tito, he was fucking awesome. When in his heyday, you couldn't touch Tito.
Yeah.
Those people come around once in a lifetime. It's just you have to realize.
Here you go. Ricardo Lopez.
What was his record?
51-0.
What weight?
Rocky, light flyweight. Rocky Marciano, 49-0. Terry Marsh, 26-0. Yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah, but who do they talk about?
Or they're just because they're not famous as fucking.
Right, but why?
Jimmy Berry was 59-0. Like.
Yeah, but why aren't people talking about
Joe Calzaghe, 46-0.
Or professional?
Yeah, super middleweight. So, I get what you mean. Like, regardless of the fact is it doesn't matter. But yeah, keep going.
But the bottom line is those incredible, like Anderson Silva's,
right?
Those people come around once in a lifetime,
and even they lose.
And look, like, what would you say the closest thing is to Anderson Silva? I'd say Michael Page.
Michael Venom Page?
Yes, it's the closest thing I can see to. Except
Airbender has the potential to get there.
Yeah, he's got potential, but like
John Jones.
I've never seen those guys on the floor. Yeah, John Jones is like, I keep saying these guys are once in a lifetime, and they're all here right now. But honestly, MMA is at its infancy. Think about it. 20-year, like, think about this is like when did prize fighting start in America? Like the 1870s or 1880s.
Basically,
once
like the Irish got here.
Right. So whenever prize fighting started.
Yeah.
In America, this is 25 years later. So if prize fighting started in let's just for shits and giggles, started in 1893. Yeah. Just like UFC came on in 1993. We're only at 1918. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it hasn't been around that long.
It hasn't been around that long. The real magic, of what MMA will be, is going to happen, 70 years from now.
Many years down the road. And it's, who knows what kind of crazy quality fighters are going to come up in even the next 10 years. We're going to be like, oh shit, this guy blows John Jones away. Like, this guy is, who knows, Like, either way, what it comes down to is that people need to understand. At the end of the day, yes, everyone wants to see you have amazing technique, but can you put asses in seats? Can you entertain people enough for them to come and watch you? Now, when they do come and watch you, then we're worried, okay, are you really going to win, or were you just a fucking show? Like, there's tons of guys that are fucking amazing athletes. Amazing fucking athletes. And look, even that's what even happened to Anderson. Anderson lost. He lost to that heel hook.
It wasn't Sakuraba.
No, it wasn't Sakuraba.
It was a Japanese fight.
Yeah. After that, that's when he went on a streak, and that's when he got a whole other level.
Yeah, that was the scissors takedown to the heel hook.
Yeah, so look, everybody wants to have that undefeated streak.
Right.
It's gonna fucking happen. Like, that's why I think mentally, probably Conor was probably better off coming into that fight. He just wasn't hungry enough to take that fight.
Yeah, what he needs Apollo to pick him up and bring him to the...
With a tube top and...
Tube socks, you mean?
No, the cut
sweatshirt. Yeah. The cut sweatshirt into like a half t-shirt, tank top thing.
Yeah.
But that's what Conor needs. Conor did not have the eye of the tiger when he walked into that ring. You could tell.
I like the fact that they threw like the smoke in the ring. And
I'll tell you who the big winner is still. Conor McGregor, because how much fucking Proper 12 whiskey was.
Oh, I bought some.
Yeah.
It was great.
I saw a lot of people, I saw a shit ton of posts on social media about people, and I hear good things about the fucking whiskey. I heard it's good whiskey.
The only people that I really heard complain about the whiskey are people that are just looking to talk shit about Conor. Like, I wouldn't say it's the greatest whiskey I ever fucking had, but it definitely had a nice little punch to it. It was smooth. The only thing I didn't like about it was that it had like a cinnamony spice aftertaste to it.
Fireball.
Yeah, it had a little bit of like a fireball zing to it, but not as strong. Because I fucking hate Fireball. But it was good.
I got Fireball in the freezer right now. We can take a shot.
No, I can't even fucking look at that bottle.
Oh, we got shot glasses too.
You can drink that.
Don't be a pussy.
I'm waiting for fucking
Why don't you not be a pussy?
Because I don't drink that garbage. Because
I'm take a shot. It's free.
I'm not a 17-year-old college girl.
You're a pussy.
No, you're good. You can have that stuff.
No. Who wants to drink alone?
I'm me. I'm drinking alone all the time. I don't give a fuck. I'm waiting for Oktoberfest. We got to plan this Oktoberfest.
It's not going to be this weekend.
Why not?
Because I'll be Friday's fight to win.
Saturday night.
Saturday. I don't know. We'll see.
We could do it Sunday.
I'm not drinking on a Sunday.
Why not?
Because I gotta.
Jesus drinks on a Sunday, Shawn.
I gotta work on a Monday. So.
But if we drink Sunday afternoon.
No, dude. I drink once a year. I get fucking wrecked.
That's perfect. Saturday.
No, I need
after everybody wins, you go and you celebrate.
We'll see. Again, I don't know how tired I am. When we.
Okay, what about if we just do like a podcast Saturday night and drink?
No, maybe. I don't know.
Like we do it in here. Everybody relaxes, celebrates, has a drink.
Then we're stuck here. I don't want to Uber home.
Well, why not?
I'd rather Uber. I'd rather get drunk at fucking Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I mean it's great, but I'm saying like let's just fucking do it then. Like, what does it matter?
What we should do.
You're 60, not 80. You can sit there and get home.
What we should do is next Saturday, we should come.
Can't do next Saturday.
Why?
Because I think I'm going up to Melbourne or Cocoa Beach for Herbert's and Marcelo's seminar. I think I'm trying to make it. Don't do that.
Stay here. Here's what we'll do. Listen to this plan. This plan. We'll come here. We'll park our shit. We'll set up the recording shit. We'll go to Oktoberfest. We'll get fucked up.
Right.
We take an Uber back here and we podcast. Fucked up.
You're not gonna want to come back.
Oh yes. Podcast. If that's the plan. Fuck yeah.
If we did that, I would rather just podcast from Brooks's place, so then we can jump into the pool after.
Why would you want to jump into the pool?
Who doesn't want to jump in a pool when you're drunk?
This guy? I don't know what I want to do when I'm drunk. Normally it's puke.
Oh, man.
Outside.
Fucking rookies.
Jump into a pool. What, are you trying to get me naked again? You fucking sicko?
No, you just fucking drink. You're going to do that anyway. You don't need anybody's like help or urge to do that. You're just gonna do that anyway.
I do like to get naked.
That's what I'm saying. You jump in the pool. Nothing like a nice refreshing dip when you're wasted. As long as you don't drown, that's a whole different story. We'll give you some floaties.
Remember, you fucked up the other year when you didn't give me water in between.
No, that's not true. I try to give you water. You're like, no, I'm good.
I was fucking. Do you remember how drunk
I was babysitting you the whole time, and you were like, "Why the fuck did you bring pretzel necklaces?" I'm like, "Listen, motherfucker, just follow me on this one. Take it." I literally So for people that don't know this story, Shawn and I decided, or I really coerced Shawn to come with me to.
No, you didn't know. I love Oktoberfest. I've loved Oktoberfest for a long time.
But you didn't really want to do it until I said, "I got a stein for you." You're like, "Okay, I'll fucking go." So I killed like 2 hours one afternoon to make pretzel necklaces. So I show up, we meet up in front of Oktoberfest. I'm like, "Here, put this on." You're like, "What the fuck is this for?"
Yeah, I didn't know what a fucking pretzel necklace is for.
Until you start drinking, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, this was a fucking great idea."
What was weird was how many people were coming up and wanting a bite of the pretzels.
Yeah, no, because everyone's like, oh shit, I should have brought pretzels. It's a fucking amazing idea. That's why I did it. So, you know, it'd be gross, but it'd be perfect. Is if you, instead of doing the little individual pretzels, you just slid in like the tube pretzels. And you just had like a giant collar pretzel necklace. So anyway, so we spend the night drinking. We were there for a while.
Yes.
And then your buddy was hooking us up too.
Yeah.
So we were kind of getting like 2-for-1s almost. And I had the Steins, so he was hooking us up and filling up the Steins. So we drink pretty heavy. Relatively light for me, but heavy for you because you never drink.
I don't drink.
And it's not
And
like
I
we
kept
were
wandering
drinking
off.
yeah. He was just basically like
I'm like
floating.
I'm like a drunk 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Like
But the place was caged in. It was fenced in. So I'm like, all right, he's not going to get run over. So finally, at the end of the night, I was good enough to... Did we taxi cab? No, I drove.
No, we Ubered.
No, I drove.
Did you?
No, we Ubered back.
We Ubered back.
We Ubered back, but I had my car at your house.
Yes.
So by the time we get back to Shawn's place, I sobered up. I'm good to go. And Shawn is just relaxing. And I didn't think you were that bad. I'm like, all right, he's all right. But I hand you a bottle. I went to your fridge, got you a bottle, got myself a bottle. And now we're sitting there. We hung out for what, like a half hour?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, you get to go? He's like, yeah, I'm going to just hang out.
I was in
couch.
the recliner. I was in the recliner.
I leave. I get home. I'm like, man, I probably shouldn't have left Shawn alone. I probably should have just like crashed there and just keep an eye on him. But I'm like, he's a big guy. He's not gonna throw up and choke himself.
I didn't. I went outside and puked.
Right. So the next morning, hey, how you feeling? As soon as you left, I got up and I ran outside to throw up.
I refuse to puke inside. I think it's stupid to shove your face in a toilet. If I'm puking outside. I hate puking in a toilet.
Now, I agree with that because I've helped people out with that. But I've had my face deep in the toilet bowl plenty of times.
And here's the surprising part of this story. Alex had to stop women from taking me home.
Yeah.
On multiple occasions in the same night.
And I'll be honest with you, that was the most awkward fucking thing that I think that we've experienced, like where I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like everywhere we fucking went the whole time, it wasn't like a certain type of woman. It was like all different kinds of girls like, hey big guy, like I want to take you home. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, either Shawn's walking around with like a giant fake hog like it's Spinal Tap. Like, you just put on, like, a tin-foiled fucking cucumber. Or everyone's really got some serious, like, beer goggles on. But I would say, like, every 15 minutes. Like, a solid every 15 minutes. Twice just on the walk to go get the taxi to go home.
Yeah. That was weird.
Like, I seriously thought, like, okay, someone's just fucking with him now. Like, I did not understand it. I'm like, man. Like, I had no clue what the fuck was going on.
I didn't get it either, dude.
That's the last time that happened, though.
That's what you
It's been all downhill from here. Now it's just back to the dudes.
Oh, whatever.
Back to the dudes hitting on
you. A wet set of lips is a wet set of lips.
Hey, I'm not even gonna go there. It's all the same when the lights are out. Yeah. So
here's what I tell people. I mean, it's true. If you've ever seen The Other Guys, and Will Ferrell's character in that is Will Ferrell,
the big dork,
but yet all the women want him.
Yeah.
The guys I used to work with used to say, "You're like that dude from The Other Guys." Like it happens in random places. Girls walk up to me and like want pictures and shit like that. It's just a weird thing. I'm just I don't think anything would ever come of any of it. I just think I'm an anomaly and people see me because I'm a big dude. And, and I've got a unique look. So it's like, I think that's what it is.
I think they probably just think you're Dr. Robotnik.
I have no idea who the hell that
from
is.
From Sega. You're the bad guy. You're the boss from Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't remember that guy.
That only happened to me once. And that was in South Korea. I have it on video. This crowd, I was walking around with Flex in South Korea after we just did the Asian Grand Prix, and this crowd of people just came up to me. They're like, "Oh, can we take photo?" I'm like, "Here, hold this." And I was like, they just gave me this weird scroll sign. I'm like, "Hey, I pop it open," and then I'm like, this probably says "I love dick" or something.
I love dick, and I can't.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, "Fuck, it's in Korean. Like, I can't fucking read it." But I'm like, "Hey, take photos," and that I have the videos. I'll show you later. It's just like me taking selfies with these people, like just random Korean people on Gangnam Street, which is super fucking cool street.
Yeah, it's like the what's it called district in Tokyo, the
fashion district.
But it's got a name. The Horia, not the Horia.
It's their version of Piccadilly Square.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I can't remember what the name of it is in Japan. It's got a Hiroki. I think it's Hiroki. Is it Hiroki district? I don't know.
Speaking of Japan, I showed you my new painting.
Oh yeah,
my first ever painting, which is super stoked. So if you guys, follow me on Instagram, I'll probably post it again on the Jiu-Jitsu Radio Instagram. I picked up my first painting, and mind you, it's super nerdy, but actually I was super excited because I've always wanted to own like an actual painting, like a piece of art, not a little print or whatever. I've always wanted to say like, I want that. I want to have that on my wall. So an artist that I actually train with over at Excel by the name of Kat Janice. You can follow her at Kat, I think it's KAT_Janice_art. I tagged her in my post. We were training one time, and afterwards we were just hanging out and talking. And she's an amazing artist, and we were talking about animes. And I told her, I'm like, you know what? It'd be really cool if you painted Kaneda's bike from Akira. And she's like, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, maybe I'll do it. And that was it. I thought, it's like, I'm not one to tell someone like what to paint. Like, I'm not gonna tell an amazing artist what to do. And maybe like 4 or 5 days later, I get tagged on an Instagram photo and like, oh, working on a new piece. And I'm like, oh, fuck, great. Thanks, Kat. Now I definitely have to fucking buy this piece of art. And it's 3 feet by 2 feet, this giant painting of Kaneda's motorcycle from the movie Akira, the red motorcycle, if you guys don't know it. It is so fucking badass. Like, I can't tell you how stoked I was to like run home and just hang it up on the wall. So once we finally get a studio setup rolling, that's going up on the wall.
So art. Talking about art. Do you believe
in magic?
No. I got a hair in my mouth.
You got pubes in your mouth?
Mustache hair. It happens. When you're a man, you get...
When you ride mustaches?
You want to go for a mustache ride? So, geese. Let's bring this around to geese.
Oh, man. Are you doing this right now?
Yes, I'm doing this right now. I got a gripe.
Do I think that geese are pieces of art?
Yes.
I own a want versus need geese, so clearly I do.
Okay. So, I have a gripe, and it's against one of the biggest gi companies around.
Uh-huh.
A gi company that near and dear to my heart because I love what they stand for. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of history between me and this company.
Right. No, there's a lot of money between you and this company.
A lot of money between me and that company.
And it's more like you giving it to them.
Well, that's
than
exactly
anything.
what it is. So I am, obviously like a lot of people in jiu-jitsu, we get a brand that we like and we follow that brand. So I really like Shoyoroll. Why do I like Shoyoroll? What I like about Shoyoroll is they're the same people like me. They like to surf, skate, and jiu-jitsu. That's what the 3 dots stand for in the jiu-jitsu or in the Shoyoroll logo. The 3 dots: surfing, skating, jiu-jitsu. Right after my own heart. So what do? I buy the gi that came out on last Sunday.
Which one was that one? The 80?
It's a comp. It's
the
a comp
comp,
standard.
right.
It's black and orange. Now, That's my favorite. One of my favorite colorways is black and orange. It's why I really wanted the Seventh Son, the original Seventh Son by them. And if you're a Shoyoroll freak like me, or you're a gi freak, you know what the gi is. It's just Shoyoroll used to come out with they had names for many of their gis. And the Seventh Son, the original Seventh Son, was black with orange highlights, orange colorway, and I fucking loved it. So of course Sunday they announced it. It was coming out. I was like, boom, I'm buying this shit because that's what I want. It's a dope gi. It's one of my favorite colorways. There's only one colorway. I shouldn't say one colorway. There's two colorways above that I would place above the orange and black.
And what's that?
One is the one that I already have, which is the light cheese. The light cheese I really like. The light cheese, which is the Rasa colors, which is my favorite all-time colorway for anything. If you want to buy me a gift, if it's Rasta colors, I'll like you.
So Rasta colored dildo?
Sure. I don't have to use it, but I'll like it.
I'll hang it up on the wall.
I'll display it as art. And the second colorway that I would put above my black and orange is black and pink. Now, bringing us to the gripe.
Right.
So Sunday, they released the gi. So I buy the gi. Because that's what I wanted to do.
Right. Because I'm a grown-ass man and I got money.
Yesterday, Shoyoroll releases an email that this Friday, a gi is going on sale called the Panther.
Yeah.
That is a black gi with pink accents.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Motherfuckers. I already spent $200. I don't have another $200 to spend on a gi that I don't need.
So why don't you sell one of the old ones?
I'm not selling those old gis. What are you, crazy? I have a couple Shoyorolls that I haven't even taken out of the fucking bag yet.
Right. You had the same problem we all did.
Right. So, but I'm pissed at fucking Bear and all the guys over at Shoyoroll. If they would have let some people know that there was going to be two gis coming out, one and the different colorways.
I want to say that they did hint about it, though.
I did not see a hint at all.
I'm pretty sure that there was like a hint about it that they were going to be
releasing. Well, look, I'm not good with hints. You got to fucking hit me over the head with like if you
just got hit over the head with $200 that you know I got to spend and buy that.
I'm not going to buy that gi.
You're going to buy that.
No, I'm not going to buy that gi.
Why would you not buy that gi?
Because I don't have the money to spend on that gi because I spent that extra $200.
So why don't you sell the old one and get this one, the one that you just bought?
No, because I really like the orange and black.
Well, Shawn, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Life's all about...
Right, I understand. It's about choices. Life's about choices. But had I known that I was going to get another choice less than 5 days later, I might have held out.
Don't be broke.
I'm not broke.
You just said you're too broke to buy it.
No, I'm not too broke. I said I don't have an extra $200 to spend on a gi. I didn't say I was broke.
No, here's the thing. You have the extra $200. You just choose not to spend the extra $200.
Yeah, it's the principle. There's principalities involved. Fucking with my money is like fucking with my emotions.
You got fucked with your money. You got to buy that gi.
No, I'm not fucking buying that gi.
See, that's why I got it out of my system. And after getting that want versus need gi, I'm like, you know what? This is really the gi that's the style that I wanted, like that I've always wanted to wear, even with like going up in weight. It's fit me perfect. Don't get me wrong. I love all the other gis that I have.
No,
I still love my tatami gi, my Mike Fowler gi. I fucking love it. I love my scramble, the wave gi. I love my Shoyoroll holes gi, but
no, I really like the want versus need. I love the way it fits and feels. Everything fits perfect on that gi.
Yeah.
And look, it's not about the brand. It was about for me, it's not about the brand.
No, you like the style,
which like I do, but I shouldn't say that. It's not. It is about the brand. I do like brands.
Right.
I'm an American, and we're raised on brands.
Right.
I like Shoyoroll because again, surfing, skating, jiu-jitsu. That's what I do. That's me.
See, that's why I like the want versus need more too, because
it's racing.
It's racing.
Right.
It's a little bit of skate and surf to it, sure, like hints of it, but it's the racing aspect of it.
So, but I really like the want versus need, and I would buy a want versus need if I saw one that I really liked the colorway.
Yeah.
But for me, it is about the colorway. I don't know. Call me shallow.
Oh, speaking of which,
But I like the colors of the gis. I like to express my individual, violently American.
See, like, I just been kind of going more towards the working on removing the materialism of my life. Not that it's like bad. It was the same way. I love a gi. I really, really appreciate a well-designed gi. I like the details. Like, I love the details in the in that want versus need gi. I love the details, and every time I find little things more and more that are really fucking amazing on it.
And look, my beef has nothing to do with the sponsorship thing that
fell through
with Shoyoroll. I've supported Shoyoroll after all of that.
Right.
It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact of, look, people got to work for their money. $200 a week in gis is a lot for a lot of people to spend.
For sure. And again, that's one of the reasons why I cut it down. So if you like that colorway, check out that one.
Yeah, but that's very busy.
No, you're just looking at the bag. That's still the same thing. You're looking at the bag.
No. I'm looking at the sleeve. It's a big. That's a big logo on it.
No. Anyway, it's cool, bro. If you don't want it, that's because it's clothes mixed in between. See, I'm showing Shawn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm showing Shawn images of some want versus need gis that follow that style that he really likes that he hasn't seen, but I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, man. Like, it's everyone's got like a different style.
And look, I understand. Shoyoroll is in. Yeah, all gi companies are in the business of making money, and how do you make money? You put out gis that people want to buy. But if that's a nice gi,
see,
that's a nice
want versus gi.
Yeah,
it's not
I like
bad.
want versus. I told you I like want versus.
I know.
I like I love the gi. I love how it fits. Yeah. So it's like, Al, if you're listening to us, which I doubt you are, but
no, he's listening.
You might be listening.
No, he listens to.
I really like your gis.
He throws me a message every once in a while.
Okay. I really like the gis, the want versus need gis. But I've been a Shoyoroll guy for the last 8 years.
You can remember that far back?
Not 8 years. Whenever the Rio Koi came out, whatever year that was.
A while.
So
I have two versions or two of those.
Yeah, go suck it.
Just like you know.
There's two unicorns and Shoyorolls that I want.
Yeah.
The Rio Koi is one. The other one is the Seventh Son.
Yeah, those are both hard to get.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's no A5s anywhere that I can find. Like,
not
and
for that size.
I know the people who would have those gis.
Yeah.
And they do not have those gis.
No, Did they make that one in A5? I'm pretty sure they didn't.
No, they did. It's just
they're probably shredded someplace.
Yeah.
They're so old. That was like before people understood what they got. I had to really, really bite down my lip and say, you know what? I don't need this anymore. Because once I started moving, and I was like throwing like stuff in my car and like getting ready for the move, and then I'm like, okay, that's all my gis. And then I go back upstairs like, what the fuck? Why is this gi here? Like, it was in a completely different part of the house. I'm like, fuck. There's like 2 or 3 there. All right, throw those in the car. Come back upstairs like, what the fuck? Like another 2 gis over here. I'm like, oh my God. Next thing I know, man, and I posted a photo. My whole back part of the SUV with the seats down was nothing but gis. I'm like, fuck, that's a lot of money. I don't train enough to like deserve having these fucking gis.
And look, when I was teaching 2 gi classes a day,
yeah, you have to go through them.
It made sense.
Yeah.
I don't teach 2 gi classes a day. I teach 3 gi classes a week, so I don't need the gis anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's a want.
Yeah.
Want versus need, right?
There you go.
Boom. Boom.
See, I mean, I even left mine here. I left one of them here just so I can come in and just roll whenever. But look, man, you get the right company, you get like the right details and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it really is a fine piece of art. I think it's gonna get to the point where some of them become so rare, or they're just so well put together. The way that I look at it, because like I said, to me it is a piece of art, is almost like like an old kimono, like actual kimono that people would wear, like in Japan, like the ones that you see up, or like the old samurai outfits and stuff that you see there.
What was the one that came out with the Tiffany's colors? Do you remember that? Probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
No, that was it. You're thinking the Jazari Matuda.
No. It was before that. It was a guy's name, and I can't remember his name.
For is it Shoyoroll gi?
It was a Shoyoroll gi.
That was white and light blue.
And it was also black and light blue. They came out with 2 versions.
Oh, the Lu.
The Lu.
Yeah, the Lu version 2.
Version 2. Yeah. That gi, I'm sorry I slept on.
That is a nice gi, and there's a couple of companies that ripped off the layouts and stuff like that. And that's another gi that's hard to get. But that's why I like the Jazari gi, the first one, because it's very close to that.
Yeah,
with
very close.
Its own details.
But it was white.
No, I have the black one
too?
Yeah, black and the same color
that
scheme.
Tealish.
Yeah, but hers, like in the inside, has like some cool like cherry blossoms, I think. I really, really like the details to that. The only thing that I got bummed out on that was the bag. I think that the bag should have been a cinch bag.
They're not doing the cinch bags anymore.
I think they get more expensive to make the cinch bags. And here's my one gripe, and it's funny, I was actually having this conversation the other day. The cinch bags are a pain in the fucking ass to get your gi back in after training, right?
I've never used them after training.
Oh, I do. I fold everything up, put it right back in there. But if you do that, you have to remember you have to wash your bag as well. Otherwise, you're defeating the purpose because all the germs get stuck in there.
Yeah, I don't use my bags.
Oh, I was thinking about starting to make my own gi bags. I might make a couple of Jiu-Jitsu Radio gi bags.
Make them out of bamboo.
The bamboo fabric? Could. I could make them out of anything.
Those are antimicrobial.
It'd be cool to get a carbon fiber one.
That'd be hard.
It'd be kind of cool. But no, I'm thinking about doing that. I might do that kind of as a fundraiser for us to get some extra funds for the podcast so we can get closer to having that studio. The one that I was trying to get kind of fell through, so I think we might have to do that. Maybe I'll do that for Christmas. What do you think? It'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
I'd make it super simple.
Well,
but I'd do a limited run.
There's a bunch. That's funny what people put out there nowadays. Like, remember with the Shoyoroll battery pack for the for the phone charger?
It's super simple buys on Alibaba.
Yeah, it's weird shit people are putting out there nowadays. So
you can sell whatever you want, man. Like, there's tons of things out there that you could just buy and they're super cheap. I was actually a couple of
you know what would look cool? You know what bag I would buy? The endless roll with Jiu-Jitsu Radio on it.
The endless roll?
Yeah, the shirt you made.
Oh, you said bag.
Yeah, but put that
on
the bag.
I could do that.
That would be rad.
That'd be cool.
Because you could use it as a beach bag. You could, you know what I'm saying?
I would make the whole bag like bright orange, and then like have that one side like.
Or you can either make it bright orange or you do it the light blue.
Speaking of which, you probably shouldn't have brought that up, because you just fucking pissed me the fuck off.
Oh, yeah. I saw somebody put that shirt. Who was
that? Was me, asshole.
No. I saw the post. It was a sponsored post. Was it Scramble?
To what?
They did an endless roll shirt.
No, that was Choke Republic that fucking bit off my design. So fuck you guys at Choke Republic. And they went as far as deleting my comment. Like, look, and I concede the fact that it wasn't my original idea to turn that into a jiu-jitsu theme. 100% not my idea. I made my own take on it. But I had the fucking decency of having a different name, going a different way with the design. That's it. I made it my own style. But for you to fucking not only take my idea
and it was a shittier version.
It was a shittier version, and I mean, I appreciate you. It's not kissing my ass. Like,
no, it's just that's just.
But then fucking full on just taking the fucking name. Fuck you, man. Fuck you so fucking hard, because that's just blatant fucking stealing. And I will continue to post and calling them out on it, because it's such bullshit. Like, so there was another company that was doing that a while back. They were like ripping off that arm bars shirt that was like designed like Star Wars. It was like in the Star Wars font. Yeah. Somebody else was stealing that. But bro, really? You're gonna go so blatantly as to take my endless roll like shirt design? You're not even gonna bother to change the name on it? Come on, man.
Well,
and if you here's the thing.
To be fair,
there's tons of homages.
No. But yeah, it's the Endless Summer. For those that don't know, it's the poster for the Endless Summer, the original surf movie that came out in the 60s. It's the cover that came out with it, and it's a take off of that. So it's called the Endless Summer. So I understand calling it the Endless Roll. I can understand that someone thinking but
you're coming out a year after I already put that out there and posted it up there, and I have sold shirts with it. Like, okay, now you're just fucking taking a piss, man. Like, really? Are you really gonna do that? And here's the thing, like, I could think of 10 other fucking names that I could put it on that just because I'm a fan of the movie. I guarantee you that those people that designed that are not real fans of that fucking movie and everything that it took to fucking put that movie together. There's a whole, I meant to actually tag you on an article the other day of the filmmaker talking about how they had to like sneak the film rolls through customs in, I think it was in Africa, where they had to like tape the rolls onto their body.
That's weird.
Yeah, dude, it's a crazy story. I didn't get to finish the article.
I've been in the process of reading a book for like a year. It's an incredible book, and it's
called Big Bird Teaches You the Alphabet.
For all my friends who are surfers out there, it's an incredible book. It's a take of this guy. I cannot remember his name, and I'm sorry, but I'll tell you the name of the book.
What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Barbarian Days.
I'll tell you right now.
And it's a story about this guy who basically started surfing in the 60s. And like he traveled the world during the 60s and 70s surfing, going on surf trips, before surfing was
William
cool.
Finnegan.
It's such a good read. Like his family moved to Hawaii from California when he was young, and like
he got a Pulitzer Prize for a autobiography for that.
Yeah, it's an incredible read. It's a great book, but what happens is it's also a long book, so it's like I get and with everything that goes on in life, you lose. I've got like 8 books in my. Yep, that's it. Barbarian Days is Surfing Life. Is that what?
Yeah.
It's an incredible book. I love it. But like in my my Amazon, my Kindle app, I've got like 6 books that I've started. And
I think I just got the whole book for free.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, on the phone. So yeah, go check it out. I just got it up for free on Google Books.
Yeah, there are so many gems that guy puts in there. Yeah. It's such a good book. So that brings us about surfing.
Well, that's one thing I definitely have been trying to get some jiu-jitsu surfer guys to come on here and just talk about it, but it's been a little bit tough. But we should probably actually wrap it up. It's getting a little late there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll save that for next time. And we got a long weekend ahead of jiu-jitsu. So if you guys want to check out all the craziness that's going to happen this weekend, follow me on Instagram at Sonder Marketing. Check out my page. Check out the photo that just popped up on Sports Illustrated that I'm super stoked about. Jiu-Jitsu Radio on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe, hit the follow, hit the like, hit the share buttons. If you really love the podcast, just support us and just share it. It's slowly getting bigger. I'm really stoked about it. We're averaging a couple of hundred listens every episode, so it's getting bigger.
That's what she said.
Hey. Follow Shawn, Gorilla Boy, BJJ. Shout out to all of our sponsors, chokealoha.com. Use the promo code, get a discount. Shawn, do you remember the promo code?
Nope.
I bet you don't, because it's Jiu-Jitsu Radio. Get 20% off. Pick up their new collab shirt. Check out jujitsusoapco.com. Use the promo code, but don't forget, if you buy a Save the Tata shirt, $1 from every purchase of the bar goes for breast cancer research. Go to giraffechoke.com. Save 10% or 20% on orders of $50 or more when you use the promo code JJRadio. Support the sponsors that support us. Reach out to us. I've given a couple of shout outs to all the listeners that reach out to us every once in a while. I want to actually take a second. Let me pull up his name real quick. I want to give a shout out to a jiu-jitsu guy that actually just started following me today, and I was kind of talking to him back and forth. He was a really inspiring individual. Check out Kelvin Clay JJ on Instagram. It's KELVIN CLAYJJ on Instagram. Give him a shout out. Tell him you heard about him on the podcast. Hopefully I can actually get him on the podcast. And that's about it. You got something to say to the people?
Yeah. Have a nice evening or day whenever you're listening to this.
It'll be day when it comes out.
Yeah, so choose to have a good day. It's your choice to be happy, people. Remember that.
And stay away from glutens. They'll make your dick fly off. Thanks, everyone. Have a good week.
Peace.
You kidding me, boss?
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff.
Get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators